What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, of course, an update on the priority signing for Barcelona this summer, Robert Lewandowski. Bayern Munich want their price of 50 million euros to pay up front. They don't want any installments because they believe Barcelona will not exist in 1 or 2 years. But again, like Joan Laporta confirmed in the presentation from Kesse and also Andreas Christensen, Laporta will be going for Lewandowski again. And he does hope that Bayern Munich will talk, at least negotiate for his transfer over the next couple of days. And again, of course, July the 12th is coming up where all first team Bayern Munich players will have to report back to training, including Lewandowski, and the strike could be on the table. Alongside a striker, another priority for Barcelona this summer is to reinforce the defense with a major center back signing. And right now, our two priorities in that position are Jules Kounde and Kalidou Koulibaly, who both want to come to Barcelona. That's the reality. Of course, Jules Kounde is the priority. If we cannot get him, Koulibaly will be the fallback option. But in the end, both players want to come to Barcelona. All we have to do is just pick our pick. Now, over the past 24 hours, there has been a massive, and I mean massive, meeting between Barcelona and Chelsea with 4 major events happening. Firstly, Azpilicueta signing, very close agreement on the fee as well. Secondly, Alonso signing, optimistic but no agreement on the fee, but he could be coming to Barcelona very soon. And also on exits. Firstly, Frenkie de Jong. Chelsea want to rival Man United for the signing of Frenkie de Jong, and of course they have something big that Man United are not offering him: Champions League football. And lastly, the one that I'm most worried about, Sergino Dest. Apparently Chelsea really like him. The owner, Todd Boehly, is American and he wants as many American players that he can get. And of course, Dest is one of the top American players in the world. We also have some other big updates on the second economic lever, Joan Gamper match, fitness update on Pique and Pedri, and updates on all the other exits like Raymond, Memphis, Pjanic, Nico, Mingueza, all the updates. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Now, the first player that we have been linked with is, of course, the #1 target and priority signing for Barcelona this summer, Robert Lewandowski. Now, this report came out, of course, Joan Laporta reacted to it, and I think Andreas Christensen's presentation the other day, but I thought I'd bring it out because I found it very hilarious. Reports coming in from Germany are saying that Bayern Munich have told Barcelona they don't want to have any installments in any deal for Lewandowski, as they want all the money upfront in cash, because Bayern believes that Barcelona will not exist in 1 or 2 years' time. I mean, what kind of a report is that? Of course, I can tell you guys for a fact, Barcelona will exist for the next 100 years because we are easily top 2 biggest clubs in the world. I mean, this might be just bitterness from the Bayern Munich side because we're attracting their biggest star after we've done absolutely nothing, but that's the reality of the situation. Apparently, Bayern Munich think Barcelona will not exist in around 1 or 2 more years. Now, Juan Marti came out saying that Barcelona thinks that Robert Lewandowski can still have 3 good years at the top level and still consider him a priority signing for this summer. Again, we'll have to wait and see on this because Bayern Munich, I just realized I saw Bayern Munich's name at the bottom. They're wrong. My bad. Now, it's in the comments. I feel like Bayern Munich do not want to sell Lewandowski because there's no replacement for him out in the market. Apparently, they're about to spend around 80 million euros for De Ligt. I don't know where the hell they're getting that money from. I think Lewandowski's sale will pay for more than half of that fee, so I think it's a win-win for both sides. So we'll wait and see on Lewandowski, but again, it's really getting tough. And as we all know, this Tuesday is July the 12th, where Bayern Munich's first team reports back for training. Will Lewandowski go on strike? That is the big question. Barcelona want to go on strike, but don't want that scenario to happen. And of course, Bayern Munich don't want their best player to go on strike. So we'll wait and see. Will the deal get done by then? I don't think so. Like I said 2 weeks ago, of course, both clubs want to resolve it before then, but it looks like at the moment that's not the reality. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, July the 12th will be a key date for the Robert Lewandowski saga. Now, along with Lewandowski, the priority in the attack for Barcelona is, of course, the Brazilian right winger from Leeds United, Raphinha. Now, over the past 24 hours, Miguel's come out saying that Raphinha's deal is imminent, and again, Jordi Cruyff came out saying that it's basically done. We just have to activate the second economic lever, and he will be the first signing after that lever is activated. But we do have some quotes coming in from Jesse March, who of course is the Leeds United manager, and he came out saying that Raphinha returned to training today, good attitude, but I wouldn't commit to him being in Australia with things capable of moving quickly in the next few days. Of course, Leeds will be going to Australia for their preseason tour. He also came out saying there is an urgency from his side to come up with a solution. I know he has hopes and dreams. We'll see what's next in the next few days. We'll see how things progress day by day for Raphinha. So Jesse March, Leeds United, saying, look, Raphinha wants to leave, and he wants to leave ASAP, and of course he wants to make his dreams come true, i.e. Barcelona. So we'll wait and see. Again, Raphinha, he's having a good attitude, of course, something that we hope Lewandowski will not do to push his transfer, because his situation is a bit different. Raphinha turned up the training, of course, but now he's telling the coach, I want to leave, I don't want to go on the tour, and they're supposed to be going on the tour very, very soon. So expect some major movements on Raphinha's operation in the next couple of days. Now, along with the attack, another priority for Barcelona this summer will be, of course, to reinforce the defense. Firstly, in the center back department, to sign another center back alongside the already signed and presented center back in Andreas Christensen. And the top two priorities for Barcelona are Jules Kounde and Kalidou Koulibaly, with Kounde being the priority. Now, Gerard Pique came out saying that Xavi has spoken with Jules Kounde more than 3 times this summer, and the player would really like to play for Barcelona this summer. So again, as we all know, Xavi calls all his transfer targets. He's spoken to Kounde now more than 3 times, and Kounde is convinced to join Barcelona this summer. Now, Fabrizio Romano has come out saying the relationship between Laporta and Jorge Mendes is excellent, and Mendes taking care of many things for Barcelona, like of course Jules Kounde and Bernardo Silva. Barcelona's dream and Xavi's obsession, but it's difficult, and of course Ronaldo's not an option. But the main part there is Kounde. Jorge Mendes is now acting as a mediator between Sevilla and Barcelona to facilitate the operations. Sevilla told him, look, sell Kounde to Barcelona and we want 65 million euros. Now Jorge Mendes will have to work his magic, but Joan Laporta and Jorge Mendes, of course, have an excellent relationship. We'll have to wait and see, but do not forget that Jules Kounde has agreed personal terms with Barcelona. Now, the backup option for Jules Kounde this summer, if we don't end up getting him, is Kalidou Koulibaly, and DiMarzio's come out saying that Kalidou Koulibaly likes Barcelona as a possible destination if he was to leave Napoli this summer. Chelsea and Juventus are interested in the player. Like I just said a few minutes ago, the lit to Bayern Munich is getting very, very hot, and of course Juventus have to replace their best center back, and they want Koulibaly. Remember what I said to you guys a few weeks ago, Napoli do not want to sell in Italy. They will sell anywhere else but Italy. No Juventus, no AC Milan, no Inter Milan. They don't want to do that, but Juventus are really hot on their trails. But also DiMarzio came out saying that Kalidou Koulibaly would prefer to join Barcelona over Juventus or Chelsea. So again, another player whose priority is to join Barcelona, but of course, unfortunately for him, he is the backup option. For me, I'm happy with either. Get me Kounde or Koulibaly, I'll smoke a cigar and look at the sunset with a smile on my face. Get me either of those. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, Jules Kounde is a priority, with Koulibaly, who wants to join Barcelona, being the backup option. Now, over the past 24 hours, Barcelona, i.e. Joan Laporta, Mateu Alemany, and Jordi Cruyff had a meeting with the owner of Chelsea, Todd Boehly. He traveled from London to Barcelona last night, and they went to that famous restaurant, and they had a big meeting to discuss arrivals and also departures. Let's first, of course, cover the arrivals. Of course, the 2 priorities are Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso. And at the moment, Azpilicueta's deal is looking very, very hot. Edu Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying the idea for Barcelona and Cesar Azpilicueta is to reach an agreement for his transfer before Saturday. Tomorrow. There are decisive hours coming up ahead. Chelsea's owners have traveled to Barcelona and must make a decision very, very soon. Fernando Polo from Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona and Cesar Azpilicueta are working hand in hand to force his departure from Chelsea as soon as possible. And here's the big one in my opinion, Jose Alvarez. Now, Jose Alvarez, of course, works for El Chiquito TV, but he's been a very good reporter since Aguero came to Barcelona last summer. He's gotten everything absolutely correct. I look back at his reports. He's one of the first few journalists saying that Lewandowski was coming, that Aubameyang was a priority for Barcelona as well. And he came out saying that Barcelona and Chelsea are very close to a €3 million deal for the transfer of Azpilicueta. That's less than 10 million, ladies and gentlemen. This for me is an absolute steal. You get a versatile center back, versatile fullback, left and right hand side. You get a captain, you get a leader, and a player who's fluent in a lot of language as well. He can speak Spanish and English fluently for only €3 million. And also, we need a right back. And also, it's a player who Xavi has requested for since day one. Remember, we agreed personal terms with Azpilicueta back in January. This player for Xavi is very, very important, and it looks like this deal will get over the line in the next couple of days. And the priority for Barcelona in that meeting, of course, was for the left back in Marcos Alonso. Mateu Alemany from Renewal came out saying that between today and Saturday morning, Cesar Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso will meet with the owners of Chelsea to resolve their futures. And also, by the way, Azpilicueta to Barcelona is getting closer. So we had that meeting between the owner and the president of Barcelona and Chelsea respectively, but now Alonso and Azpilicueta have to meet with Chelsea to push their move. Fabrizio Romano came out confirming this as well, saying there are direct contacts scheduled this week between Barcelona and Chelsea for Cesar Azpilicueta. Barcelona want to complete it as soon as possible. Marcos Alonso will also be discussed in this meeting. He hopes to join Barcelona. So now, of course, we've been very, very quiet on Azpilicueta and Alonso over the past month or so, but now the operation is heating up because apparently Xavi wants both of them on the plane to USA for the Barcelona tour. Again, recently they activated the economic lever to sign these two players, but with them being so cheap, again, Jose Alvarez said $3 million for Azpilicueta. He also said around $7 to $8 million for Alonso. He said that Chelsea want around 10 or 13, but Barcelona only want to pay around 7 to 8. So there's a bit of room there. There's a bit of negotiation room there. So we'll have to wait and see. But quickly, not about the Barcelona-Chelsea meeting. The club does indeed have backup options in case both these operations fail. The backup at the moment for Marcos Alonso is Nico Tagliafico. Louis Rojo Marca came out saying that Barcelona have already contacted Nico Tagliafico in case Marcos Alonso's operation fails. He will cost around 5 million euros. Now, like I said a few minutes ago, Jose Alvarez said that Barcelona want to pay around 7 or 8 for Marcos Alonso. In my opinion, that's a bit strange. Of course, Tagliafico, could you argue he's better? I would argue he's better, but of course for Xavi, he probably prefers Alonso. And of course, Tagliafico is younger and also cheaper as well. Ben Aid came out saying that Tagliafico's agent knows that Barcelona want Marcos Alonso, but they are ready to help his move to Barcelona if the club turns their attention to him, who was also pursued by Lyon. And apparently Lyon have reached an agreement with Ajax for 4 million euros for the transfer of Tagliafico. The left back is yet to give the answer to the French club as he waits for other offers. Mike Rere, the top source in Ajax, he came out saying that Tagliafico dreams of Barcelona this summer, but he's not the club's first option because he's the club's second option. So keep your eyes on Tagliafico if the Alonso deal fails, but at the moment the Alonso deal is right on track. Now for Azpilicueta, there is a backup option, but we don't know the name. Luis Rojo Marca came out saying that Barcelona have an unknown player as plan B if they cannot sign Azpilicueta. Now I thought it was Dodo, the right back from Shakhtar Donetsk, but he's gone to Fiorentina. That's a done deal, so I have no idea who it is. I think the club right now are very, very deep in the Azpilicueta operation, so we'll have to wait and see. Again, the club right now are really pushing for these two transfers and do want to complete it very, very soon, more specifically before the US tour. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Staying on the theme of the Chelsea-Barcelona meeting, departures were discussed as well. The first one being Frenkie de Jong. You heard that right. Now, firstly coming in from Jules Kounde. Now, of course, Jules Kounde, not the greatest reporters out there, but keep in mind he is very close to Ronald Koeman, who of course is close to De Jong, Dutch connection, all that sort of stuff. So I feel like his opinion on Frenkie de Jong does matter quite a bit. He came out saying that Frenkie de Jong recently bought a house in Barcelona. He will not leave Barcelona, and especially not for a club that does not play in the Champions League next season. But he is, however, very disappointed with the club's behavior towards him. So he's saying, look, Frenkie de Jong is not leaving unless the Champions League club comes in and really persuades him. But now Champions League club has come in for him, and it is Chelsea. Juan Marty from Sport came out saying that Chelsea have entered the race to sign Frenkie de Jong. They're offering something which from the other outset, i.e. Man United, do not have as a big requirement for Frenkie de Jong, i.e. Champions League football. Gerard Pique confirmed this as well, saying that Chelsea are going for Frenkie de Jong. They have joined the race with great strength. Now, Sport came out with this report that's of course definitely false, but I want to bring it up and I want to get your opinion as well. Now, there were reports coming out from this meeting between Todd Boehly and Barcelona that Todd Boehly is a big fan of player swaps from his time with the LA Dodgers. Apparently in baseball, they swap players all the time, and he's a big fan of that. Now, Sport came out saying that Chelsea are willing to pay around 60 million euros plus Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso for Frenkie de Jong. Barcelona listened but prefer cash and not merging multiple operations into one. In the comments, would you take that offer? For me, I'd take this offer over Man United's 65 plus 22, 100%. But for me, I would take 80. 80 plus Azpilicueta Alonso. I'll sign the deal right now. I'll fly the paperwork tomorrow, fax it straight away. I will get that done for sure. But 60, a bit low in my opinion. But of course, if you think about it, Chelsea value Azpilicueta and Alonso both at 20, Frenkie de Jong 60, 60 plus 20, 80. But I think that's still low for Frenkie. I think 80 plus the two players, 100% I would do it. But of course, it's a report from Sport, very, very unreliable. Just want to get your opinion on that possible swap deal. Now, Juan Marti came out saying that Chelsea are very interested in signing Frenkie de Jong. They have bursted with force onto the scene. The possible deal to sign Marcos Alonso and Azpilicueta are independent for this and are separate. So he's saying, look, no Marcos Alonso, Azpilicueta being included in this operation. There all will be separate, deals as Barcelona want to coordinate with that. And of course, Todd Boehly, a big fan of those swap deals, but in reality, it will not happen in the situation. Juan Marti also came out saying that Frenkie de Jong is much more interested in joining Chelsea than he is Manchester United. However, his priority remains to be staying at Barcelona. Hey man, if Chelsea can offer more, that would be great for Barcelona. We would love a bidding war between Man United and Chelsea. Again, Man United are balls deep into this deal. 2 months of negotiation, and Chelsea could come in and take away their marquee signing. That's of course good news for Barcelona. And lastly, Ben Aid came out saying the relationship between Barcelona and Frenkie de Jong's agent is practically broken. Of course, Ali Dursun, it is very bad. So again, in yesterday's video, I told you guys that Barcelona have requested meetings with Ali Dursun to discuss Frenkie de Jong's future, and Ali Dursun has never answered back. So we're getting nothing. We're getting no communication here, and of course, that will make it very, very difficult. So I see on Frenkie de Jong, keep your eyes on it. He's still on the market. The club still want to sell him, despite the fact Joan Laporta came out in Andreas Christensen and Franck Casillas' press conferences saying that, look, Frenkie de Jong's not for sale. The reality is everyone has a price. Now wait. There is another player from Barcelona who was discussed in the Barcelona-Chelsea meeting, and this one, from my opinion, is very, very scary. It is Sergino Dest. Gerard Romero came out saying that Chelsea are also interested in Sergino Dest. The topic of Dest could also be discussed in the meeting between Barcelona and Chelsea. This for me is my worst nightmare. The reports are saying that, look, the owner is American. He wants more American players. Of course, they have Christian Pulisic. He does not want to sell him. Apparently, Juventus wanted him. He said no. And he also wants to add Sergio Dest as well. And also, Chelsea are looking for a right back and a left back as well. We cannot sell Dest, man. I'm not about to go into next season with Azpilicueta Roberto, man. Please spare me the misery. We'll wait and see. Let's hope to God they do not, make a good offer. But there is a good side to this. And again, just basically with everyone that we want to sell, is that Dest wants to stay. Ben Aid came out saying that according to the Sergino Dest representative who he has been contacted with, the player's name is not on the table at the Barcelona-Chelsea meeting. And also Cesar confirms as well, saying that, look, Dest's agent has told us that he wants to stay and will not be leaving the club this summer. For me, music to my ears. Let's hope that that's the case, because if we sell Dest, we are screwed in the fullback position. So again, overall for the Chelsea-Barcelona meeting, incoming is Alonso and Azpilicueta, and in terms of outgoing, there is a possibility of Chelsea going for De Jong and also for Sergino Dest. Now, the other players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours is again basically just the same names with quick updates. So I will go through it quickly in a quick fire fashion. Firstly, on Neto, Relivo came out saying that Celta Vigo are indeed interested in Neto, but again, the problem is his wages. He's currently sat on around 100,000 euros per week at Barcelona as a backup goalkeeper. Look, we gotta solve Neto's future. Again, if we don't, Inaki Peña and also most likely Arnau Tenes could leave on loan. Neto does not want to be here. The club don't want him. They have got to reach an agreement at some point. But I do believe that Neto's future will be resolved after the second economic lever is activated. The club could use some of that money to terminate his contract, saying, look, we only owe you 5 million left. Here's 2 million. Go to Celta Vigo. He might just say, okay. So keep your eyes on that. Another player who will be leaving most likely as a free agent this summer with letter of freedom or a contract termination as well is Moussa Wagué. Now, Ben Aid came out saying the agent of Moussa Wagué is looking for a solution for the player. The Croatian league is among the best options for him. Again, there's 0% chance at the moment that Barcelona get a transfer fee. Most likely it will be a loan till his contract ends and he'll leave as a free agent, or a contract termination or a letter of freedom. Keep your eyes on Moussa Wagué, but again, 100% will not be part of the Barcelona's team next season, the first team or B team, whatever it may be. Staying in the right back position as well, a player who can play at right back and center back is, of course, Oscar Mingueza. Now, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona want 5 million euros for Oscar Mingueza, which is why his exit is currently on standby at the moment. Italian club Monza are looking at alternative ways to undertake the operation, and many La Liga clubs are waiting for Barcelona to lower their demands. So apparently all the clubs that want Mingueza think 5 million euros for him is too much. They want him on a free loan, maybe even transfers based on variables. A free transfer, then we get variables, for games, goals, assists, all that sort of stuff, performances wise. So I think this is a bit strange. I think Mingueza can bring in some money to the club need. Again, 5 million euros will pay for Azpilicueta. Barcelona going to offer 3 million euros. We could pay for Azpilicueta and also have 2 million in the pocket as well. Now, Gerard Pique come out saying that Barcelona want to receive a fee from Mingueza from Monza, but the Italian club is not willing to pay the asking price. Will they pay something less? I think I would take 3 million. If we're getting Azpilicueta for 3 million euros, I will happily take 3 million euros from Mingueza. Give them a 2 million euro discount, make the deal done, get it over with, get this hassle out of my face. But again, the clubs that want Mingueza don't want to pay the asking price for Barcelona. So I have to see Mingueza again, though 100% he will leave the club this summer. But keep your eyes on Monday. If he comes back to training with Barcelona, that does mean his exit is very complicated. Now into the midfield, firstly with Nico, who again was rumored to leave Barcelona because he wanted to go out on loan and get some more minutes. But having Miguel from AES, of course, very close to Xavi, he came out saying that Xavi has blocked the exit of Nico. Him and his staff do not want him to go out on loan and believe he's an important player to the project. Will that mean that Nico will get more minutes next season? I'm not quite too sure. I think if Frenkie de Jong leaves and no one comes in, definitely he'll get more minutes. But if Frenkie de Jong leaves and Bernardo Silva comes in, he won't get that many minutes. But if Frenkie de Jong stays and Bernardo Silva does not come in, maybe then Nico can get some minutes as well. But apparently Xavi is saying no to his exit on a permanent transfer or even on a loan as well. But of course, based on the market later on, that could change his decision. But a midfielder who Barcelona, Xavi, me and you all want to leave Barcelona this summer is of course Miralem Pjanic. Now Relevo have come out saying that Saudi Arabia club Al Nassr have contacted Miralem Pjanic. Coach Rudy Garcia, who coached him at Roma, wants to sign him, and their sporting director is Gronan Vucevic, former Barcelona player as well. MLS is the alternate destination for him, and again Lyon do have a contract offer for him on the table. So Pjanic has offers. There's definitely offers on the table that will pay him the majority of his salary, if not all of it, with Barcelona, of course, contributing as well. The question now is, when will he decide? Which club will he decide? Or is he want to do what he did last season and then, go do preseason with Barcelona for a month and then leave at the end, which I think, in my opinion, is absolutely retarded. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, no doubt there are offers on the table for Pjanic. Now he has to decide which one he wants to take. But a player who went on loan last season, who's now come back and his exit is very, 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 very close, is of course the exit of Francisco Trincao. Reports coming in from Portugal are saying that Barcelona are asking for a mandatory purchase option clause of 20 million euros for Trincao, something that Sporting Lisbon do not want to accept. And this is the only detail that separates the club from the agreement. And apparently Sporting have counteracted that offer, saying, look, we'll have an option to buy for Trincao for 20 million euros, but if he plays a certain amount of games, it will become mandatory. That's a bit of a risk, of course, because they could just bench him for the last 10 games and then we don't get that option to buy, of course. That could be a clause to just get the Barcelona to sign off on the deal, and in the end they could manipulate that. But I think the Trincao Sporting deal will definitely be happening, I would say, in the next few days. It would be impossible, in my opinion, for this operation not to happen. Again, very, very close. Keep in mind, Sporting will pay the entirety of his wages. But the question now is on the buy option. Will it be optional? Will it be mandatory? Or will it be obligation based on criteria and variables that are met? But one player went out on loan in Barcelona, again, similar to Trincao, who 100% will leave Barcelona. His operation is a done deal, is Alemany. Here we go, coming in from Fabrizio Romano. He's come out saying that Barcelona and Watford are set to reach an agreement for Alemany. He joined Watford on a 3-year deal. He'll be in London today on a free transfer. Now, how this will work is that Alemany will join Watford on a free deal, and Barcelona will have a 20% sell-on future clause in his contract. So when Watford sell him, or maybe they don't sell him, but when they do sell him, we do get 20% of that transfer fee. So Barcelona have took the gamble that Alemany will do well at Watford. Let's hope that's the case, but again, he will be leaving for free with a 20% future sell-on clause for Barcelona. The final attacker who is featured right now at the moment is very much in doubt is, of course, Memphis Depay. Now, Gerard Pique came out saying that Olympique de Marseille is not an option for Depay, whose future at the moment remains uncertain. Now, there is some big question marks around Ousmane Dembele. So again, if Dembele does not stay, Memphis will stay. It depends on the two wingers. If Raphinha and Dembele both stay, Memphis has no chance. Any other scenario, Memphis is back in the squad. He wants to stay. The club are very happy with him. They're happy to sell him or keep him. So I'll have to wait and see on Memphis. But again, his future depends on other players' futures first as a priority. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele, and it's coming in from Alfredo Martinez from Sport. He's come out saying that Barcelona will not improve their contract offer for Ousmane Dembele. There is also a date when the contract offer will be withdrawn. Now, of course, Joan Laporta came out in Franck Kessier's press conference presentation saying that, look, Dembele's offer is on the table. We do not set deadlines, but he still wants to negotiate with us, and we are happy to do so. So we'll wait and see. There are reports coming in, I think, from Javi Miguel as well. He's saying that, look, Dembele's future right now is very uncertain, and it looks more so that he will not continue at Barcelona than he will continue at Barcelona. So it's all over the place with Ousmane Dembele. I still think in the end he will renew. I do hope that he renews. I'd rather have Raphinha and Dembele than Raphinha and Memphis Depay, in my opinion. Of course, as wingers, of course, Depay is a center forward. He's not a striker or a winger, so he's just there to make competition in the squad, in my opinion. So Wednesday on Ousmane Dembele, but again, at the moment, his future is still in doubt. Let's now discuss some injury and fitness updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, an injury update on Gerard Pique coming in from Luis Rojo from Marca. He's come out saying that Gerard Pique is still not in training with the group because he continues to drag a discomfort in his abductor. His idea is to train with the group next week and then travel to the US for, of course, the tour. Again, Pique, minor injury at the moment, still dragging on from last season, but in the end, next week he'll be fully fit and ready to go to USA for the tour. Now, the final fitness update is on the fitness of Pedri. Now, if you've seen the pictures of him training and the videos over the past few days at Barcelona Ciudad Esportiva, he's been looking pretty jacked, and there is a reason why. Renewal have come out saying that Pedri asked Barcelona to set up a fitness room during his vacation at his home in Las Palmas. He's using the improved gym and padded tennis to get to the top. He is combining bodybuilding work with aerobic exercises, especially the paddled tennis. In the last week of last season with the team in Australia, Pedri continued to exercise at the Ciudad Esportiva. He moved away from the spotlight and turned down all requests for acts except for the kick out plastic, where he is an ambassador. Pedri's sensation on returning to the group training are unbeatable, and physical tests have confirmed his great muscle mass. The reunion also with Renewal was special. Both arrived together in 2022 and maintained a great friendship. So over the holiday, Pedri has been training very, very hard. He's done no advertisements except for that one about the Kick-Out Classic because he's an ambassador. Other than that, he's fully fit, fully training in the gym, outside running, and getting ready for the new season. Now here's the big one. Also for the new season coming up, Pedri will have a new number. He's no longer number 16. He is number 8. Gerard Romero came out saying that Pedri will wear the number 8 for the upcoming season. I'm getting the Iniesta vibes. Oh, the goosebumps are coming in. I'm not going to put too much pressure on him, but of course we all know that Pedri won the number 8. He said it was his favorite number for the past 2 years now in every single press conference he's done. I'm excited to see that. And also, this shirt will sell. Barcelona will make a buckload of money from this jersey. Again, Pedri working very hard in the offseason and going to have a brand new start at Barcelona with the new number 8 and hopefully injury free. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, a quick update on the Joan Gamper match coming from Xavi Campos from Cat Radio. He's come out saying that AS Roma will pay Barcelona a fine of 150,000 euros for withdrawing from the Joan Gamper match on a very short notice. So again, we all knew that Barcelona was going to take, of course, legal action against Roma and sue them. In the end, they have won and will receive 150,000 euros, which is about $1 million. But in the end, we will take what we take and we won't get upset. But of course, we got our new opponent in Pumas, and of course again Xavi Campos came out saying that Barcelona expect to sell around 80,000 tickets for the Joan Gamper match against Pumas for a total worth of around 5 million euros. So overall, the whole entire event and the whole entire night on August the 7th, Barcelona expect to get around 5 to 7 million euros based on the ticket sales, food sales, shirt sales on that day as well. So of course Joan Gamper is a big day locally for Catalonia. Wish I could be there, but in the end it is not the reality. And again, our new opponent for the Joan Gamper match has been confirmed. confirmed, and it will be the Mexican club Pumas. Now the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys a big update on the activation of the second economic lever, which holds the entire hope of Barcelona's transfer window for the rest of the summer. Now Ben Aid came out saying that Barcelona have started working on the activation of the second economic lever a few days ago, but it will be difficult. The club will try to resolve it this month. Even that means that Joan Laporta postponing his trip to the US for preseason. So again, Joan Laporta is doing everything he can in order to activate the second economic lever before the club go out on the US tour, of course, next week on July the 16th or 17th. If he cannot activate before then, he will stay and not travel with the squad in order to complete it. Absolutely fantastic news. I think Gerard Pique came out a few minutes ago saying that look, the lever will be activated at some point next week, as Barcelona next week will start to intensify the activation of the lever. Let's hope so. And finally, there are reports coming out saying that Barcelona can buy back the 10% TV rights before the end of the 25 years if it achieves an annual growth of 5 to 7%. And Barcelona expect to close the 2021-2022 season with a profit of 100 million euros. Before the sale of the TV rights, it could have been 150 million euros in losses. Again, the first lever was very, very important for Barcelona, and in the end, we do have a buyback option for that, unlike CBC where you sell for 50 years and you have no buy option whatsoever. So overall, first lever absolutely fantastic, but now the focus around the entire club over the next couple of days is to activate the second lever. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The big thing I want to know firstly is of course about the Lewandowski saga, your thoughts about that, and of course will it happen before July the 12th. Secondly, on the center back option for Xavi, Kounde, and Koulibaly, would you be happy with either of them, or of course do you much prefer Jules Kounde? Thirdly, and overall of course on the Chelsea Barcelona meeting, do you think Barcelona will sign Azpilicueta and Alonso for cheap? And do you think that Chelsea can actually rival Manchester United for the deal in Frenkie de Jong? And do you also believe that Chelsea could be going for Sergino Dest? And of course, make sure you get subscribed down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.
Yeah.